What's up, everybody? This is Domingo here on Network, right here on the Creative Duelist YouTube channel. And today I'm here to do a Yu-Gi-Oh! Guest upload as well as showing you guys my deck profile. But before we start, I'm going to give a shout out and thank you to the Creative Duelist for allowing me to do a Yu-Gi-Oh! Guest upload as well as showing you guys my deck profile on his channel. So shout outs to you, Creative Duelist. And the deck profile that I'm going to be doing in this video is going to be my Lightsworn deck profile. So without further ado, let's get this started. So here we go. Now hit that Yu-Gi-Oh! Intro.
It's time to
Alright guys, so I'm here to show you guys my Lightsworn deck profile, and I gotta say Lightsworn is one of my favorite decks, and it's also one of Creative Duelist's favorite deck. I remember the Creative Duelist told me that Lightsworn is one of his favorite deck, his #1 favorite deck. He loves Lightsworn, and I love Lightsworn too because like how good this deck is. It's an old Lightsworn is an old school deck, nostalgia days, and also Lightsworn had like their effects like during each of the end phase. They mail the top cards from the deck to the graveyard. That way you can get your graveyard effects, your combos, your plays, and all of the stuff that you need, your researchers and all that stuff that you need, so that way you can do all your plays and stuff. And also guys, this is a pure Lightsworn deck profile that I'm going to show you guys, and I'm going to show you guys the main deck and the extra deck as well as explaining all my card choices. So without further ado, let's get this deck profile started. Here we go. We're going to start off with the main deck first. So I'm going to start off with the monsters. I do play 3 copies of Judgment Dragon. Of course, JD is the boss monster for Lightsworn. Of course, he is a free special summon if you have 4 more Lightsworn monsters in your graveyard with different names. And also, he has this Dark Hold effect that you just pay 1,000 life points to destroy all other cards on the field except for JD. And I gotta say, JD, the best boss monster for Lightsworn. Not to mention his attack points is 3,000, which is really, really good. And He is an awesome boss. I love JD, especially blowing up the whole field. Free special summoning, it is really good. Judgment Dragon is very good boss monster for the deck. So next, I'm going to show you guys the Lightsworn monsters. So I'm going to start off with the tuners. We got 3 copies of Rated Hand of the Lightsworn, 2 copies of Felix, Lightsworn Archer, and the 1 copy of Minerva, Lightsworn Maiden. These are your Lightsworn tuner monsters. Of course, Raiden, during your main phase, you mail the top 2 cards from the deck to the grave, and then during each of your end phase, mail the top 2 cards. So that's pretty good because, it's one of the best tuners. Raiden is amazing. Then you got Felix. Of course, Felix, cannot be normal set. It has to be special summoned by a card effect, cannot be special summoned by other ways. If this card is sent from the deck to the graveyard, you special summon Felix, and also he has an effect that says, tribute Felix, target 1 monster your opponent control, destroy, and then send the top 3 cards from your deck to your graveyard. So that's pretty cool. Destroy a monster, then mailing, so that way you get your place. And Minerva, I play this just for the extra mailing as well. Of course, when Minerva is sent from the hand or deck to the graveyard, you just mail the top card from the deck to the graveyard. And she also has this other effect that when she's normal summoned, you can search for JD. If the levels are like equals less than or equals to the Lightsworn monster for different in your graveyard as well. That effect does not happen that often though. I just mostly use Minerva Maiden just for the extra mailing and stuff like that. And of course, like I said, these are the tuner monsters that you're gonna need, especially if you want to go for your single plays or even XC plays or link plays and stuff. Alright, so as far as the other Lightsworn monsters that I play, I do play 3 copies of Lumina, Lightsworn Summoner, and I also play 3 copies of Wolf, Lightsworn Beast. So these are pretty good cards as well. Lumina, once per turn, discard a card from your hand to the graveyard to target a level 4 lower Lightsworn monster graveyard, special summon it. And then Wolf, when he's cannot be normal summoned set, has to be special summoned by a card effect, cannot be special by other ways. If Wolf is sent from the deck to the graveyard, special summon Wolf, which is pretty good, a free extender. And also Lumina is also an extender as well, especially if you want to go for your single plays or even XC plays or link plays and stuff. These cards are really, really good. And these are the cards you always got to play at 3. And for the one-outs of the Lightsworn, I do play 1 copy of Lila, Lightsworn Summoner, and the 1 copy of Gunnar, Lightsworn Warrior. Lila is the one that, you switch Lila from attack to defense and target 1 spell track on your opponent control and destroy it. Gunnar, Lightsworn Warrior, he's there for the extra melee and also a little bit for the draw power as well. Each time a Lightsworn monster activates the effect to mail the top card from the deck to the graveyard, you activate Grenard's effect to mail the top 2 cards, and if those cards has to be the Lightsworn monster that was sent from the deck to the graveyard by this effect, you could draw 1 card for each Lightsworn. So if you activate the other Lightsworn monster to mail, then you can activate Grenard's effect, and then if you, let's say you mail like 1 Lightsworn monster by this effect, you draw 1 card, or if you mail 2, you draw 2 cards. So it's pretty good just for the extra mailing and stuff, so that way you can get your researches and your stuff in place and stuff as well. So, and the other thing I gotta say, Grenard, you cannot activate his effect on his own. He has to be activated if you have another Lightsworn monster activate the effect to the mailing. So that's what you gotta do. But it's still pretty good. And also, Grenard can be searched for reinforcement in the army, as well as other cards like Charge of the Light Brigade as well, because he could be searched for Rhoda because he is a warrior. Alright, so now for the other monsters, I'm gonna start off with this engine. I gotta tell you guys, this engine is really amazing. I really love this engine so much. So I do play 1 copy of Performance Trick Clown, 3 copies of Performance Damage Juggler, and the 3 copies of Performance Hat Tricker. So this is the Performance engine that I play, and I gotta say, I really love this engine so much. It's really good. Like, I really love this engine. Trick Clown, if this card is sent to the graveyard, you pay 1,000 on your target. Performing monster here to the graveyard, special summon it. Of course, you take 1,000 damage, and well, it's pretty cool. You get that effect once per turn, and also Damage Juggler. It reduces card effect damage to 0, and also during the battle phase, you're gonna discard it and then reduce the battle damage to 0 as well. And also has another effect that says you can banish Damage Juggler from your graveyard to search for 1 Performance monster. Add it from your deck hand, but you only use each of those effects once per turn. Hat Tricker. If there's 2 or more monsters on the field, you can special summon in your hand. It's a free special summoning as well. It's really good, especially if you want to go for your Xyz or your Synchros or even your Link Plays and stuff. This Performance engine is really good. I really love this engine so much. It really helped out this deck a lot. It's a really amazing engine. I really love playing this Performance engine. The Performance engine is really amazing. Next, I do play 3 copies of Goblin Bird. Goblin Bird is really good. He can be searched for reinforcement in the army because he's a warrior, and he has an effect that says when he's normal summon, you do special summon level 4 lower monster from your hand, and then change Goblin Bird to defense position. So it's really good for your rank 4 Xyz or your single plays or even Link Plays as well. Goblin Bird is amazing. Like so much things you can do with this card is really good. Next, and also since the Lightsworn monsters are light attributes, I do play 2 copies of Honest. So Honest is really good. It's a pretty good hand trap. Like during the, if a light monster battles and pulls back, send Honest for your hand to graveyard, and then, the light monster, the battles and pulls monster gains attack points and stuff till the end of damage. It's pretty good. Honest is really good. It's a really good hand trap. I really love this card. And as far as the 1-ups monsters that I play, I do play 1 copy of Blackwing Zephyr the Elite, 1 copy of Electromagnetic Turtle, and the 1 copy of Heroic Challenger 1000 Blades to round off the monsters. Of course, Blackwing's pretty good because Zapdos the Elite, you can turn your face-up card you control, bounce it back to the hand, special summon Elite from your graveyard. You take 400 points of damage. You only get that effect once per duel. It's still pretty good, so that way you can do your plays and stuff. Electromagnetic Turtle is also good. His effect is also once per duel as well, but during your opponent's battle phase, you just banish Turtle graveyard to end your opponent's battle phase, so that's pretty good as well. And also you can send these 2 cards with Foolish Burial as well, so that way if you want to get those effects. That, as well as Thousand Blade. Thousand Blade is pretty good. Like if you take damage, you could special summon Thousand Blades from your graveyard in attack position. You get that effect once per turn. Really good. So there's a lot of plays you can do with these cards. These cards are really good. Alright, so that's it for the monsters. Now we're gonna be moving on to the spells. So I'm going to show you the Lightsworn spells that I play. I play 3 copies of Charge of Light Brigade and 3 copies of Solar Recharge. This is a card. These are the cards you always got to play at 3. These cards are so good. Charge of Light Brigade is a reinforcement of army, but for Lightsworns, you just mail the top 3 cards from your deck to the graveyard and add a level 4 Lightsworn monster from your deck to your hand. Solar Recharge is also good as well. You discard 1 light monster from your hand, draw 2 cards, and send the top 2 cards from your deck to the graveyard. So that's pretty good, so that way you can get your extra melee so you can go for your combos and your plays and stuff. And these are the cards you always got to play at 3 because it's really good spell cards for Lightsworns. And speaking of cards that I play for 3, this card really helped out the deck a lot. So I played 3 copies of Pot of Avarice. Oh man, Pot of Avarice is amazing. Like, since you want to, sometimes when you made your cards from deck to graveyard, sometimes you want to recycle them and then shuffle them back to the deck and do it all over again. This card, Pot of Avarice, is really good. And Pot of Avarice at 3, oh man, this really helped out this deck a lot for the recycling and all that stuff. It's really amazing. Target 5, you just select the top. You just select the 5 monsters from your graveyard, shuffle them into the deck, and then draw 2 cards. This card, Pot of Avarice, is amazing. Like, for the recycling and stuff, it's really, really good. And as far as the 1-ups, I do play the 1 copy of Foolish Burial, 1 copy of Reinforcement of the Army, 1 copy of Monster Reborn. So that's it for the spells. As far as traps, I do play 1, and that is 1 copy of Lightsworn Judgment. Foolish Burial, just for the, for the extra melee reinforcement, since most of my monsters are warrior, for the searching and stuff. Monster Reborn, just for the, it's a good extender. And Lightsworn Judgment, I play this card just for the search for JD, because, there comes a time you gotta go for JD and get that free special summon, and then you use JD's effect and all that stuff just for the win as well. So, and of course, it's a reinforcement for Judgment Dragon, but it's a trap. Alright guys, so that's it for the main deck. Now I'm gonna move on to the extra deck. So first, I'm going to show you guys the Synchros. 1 copy of Michael the Arch Lightsworn. This card's so good, it has like a recycling effect. And also has another effect if you pay, once per turn you pay 1,000 life points. Target 1 card your opponent control and banish that target. It was really good. As far as the other singles, I do play 1 copy of Black Rose Dragon just for the extra monster destruction as well. Because there comes a times if you never got a chance to go for JD, you can go for Black Rose Dragon, and Black Rose Dragon is really good. Next, I play 1 copy of Colossal Fighter and then 1 copy of Cypher and Lone Omega. So these are the single monsters that these are the single monsters that I play, and it's really good. Of course, Colossal Fighter, since most of my monsters are warriors, you can gain the extra 100 attack one, and also when Colossal Fighter is destroyed by battle, set to graveyard, you can target a warrior monster. You can even target Colossal Fighter and special summon it back, so that's pretty good as well. Omega's pretty good, banishing an opponent's card from the hand and all that stuff is really, really good. So it's pretty good. So that's it for the Synchros. As far as XCs, I do play 2 copies of Minerva, the Exotel Lightsworn, the MVP for Lightsworn. This year is amazing, guys. Like, once per turn, detach 1, mail the top 3 cards from the deck to the graveyard, and then if any of the cards have to be Lightsworns, you just draw 1 card for each of the mailings. So it's really good. And also when Minerva is destroyed, by battle by card sent to graveyard, you can activate her effect to mail the top 3 cards from your deck to the graveyard. And if any of those cards have to be Lightsworns, you can target that same amount of cards your opponent can do and destroy it as well. You only get those effects of Minerva once per turn as well. It's really, really, really good. She is an amazing good XC monster. Next, as far as the other XCs, I play number 41 Baguska. Baguska's pretty good. He's a pretty good card. Next, I play 1 copy of Lavinier the Sea Dragon and the 1 copy of Dante Travel the Burning Abyss. Of course, Lavinier is the one that lets you target a level 4 lower banish monster special summon to your side of the field. And also it's really good since like if you activate damage juggler's effect and banish into the graveyard and then you get the search, you can even go for Lavinier and then special detach it and special summon that performing damage dumb, and then you can go for your other plays and stuff. And also Dante is for the extra mailing, just detach and then send the top 3 cards from the graveyard, and also he gains 500 attack points for each card that's sent from the graveyard. And also when Dante attacks, he switches to defense. And so these are the rank 3 6s I play. And also there comes a times if you have 2 Luminas, you can go double Lumina, activate their effects, and then after that you can go XE for your Lavinier, or you can go for Dante for the extra mana. So it's pretty good, And that's it for the XCs. As far as links, I do play the 1 copy of Curious the Lightsworn Dominion. This card is a very good link monster for Lightsworn. It's really amazing. Of course, it has the effect we know what it's linked. Send 1 card from your deck to the graveyard like a Foolish Burial, and also when he has the effect destroy, you mail the top 3 cards from your deck to the graveyard. It's really, really good. And the other link monsters I play 1 copy of Underclock Taker, pretty good link 2 monster. And I also play 1 copy of Nightmare Cerberus, 1 copy of Nightmare Phoenix, 1 copy of Nightmare Unicorn. This is the Nightmare package that I play. Cerberus, has an effect that, destroys a special summoning monster in your opponent's main monster zone. Phoenix is the one that destroys a spell and track card your opponent control, and Unicorn is the one that targets a card on the field and shuffle it to the deck. So it's really good. I really love the Nightmare package. And also, if they're co-links with each other, you know, Cerberus, you know, when it's co-link, it cannot be, the monsters that are co-link cannot be destroyed by card effects. Phoenix, when the link monsters are co-linked with this card, cannot be destroyed by battle. Unicorn, if the Nightmare monsters that are co-linked with Unicorn, you can draw an extra card for each Nightmare monsters that are co-linked with it during your draw phase, so that way you can get the extra draws as well. So it's pretty good. And the last link monster I played to round out the extra deck is the one copy of Beauregard Dragon, because Beauregard Dragon is really good. You can do a lot with this card, and it's really good for Lightsworn. Of course, he cannot be destroyed by card effects, and his attack punch is 3,000, which is pretty amazing. Very good link for link monsters as well, because Beauregard Dragon really help out this deck a lot. And that's gonna be it for this video, guys. So I hope you guys enjoy my Lightsworn deck profile. And also, once again, I want to say shout outs to the Creative Duelist, and thanks to the Creative Duelist for allowing me to do the Yu-Gi-Oh! Guest Up Below and showing my deck profile on his channel. Shout outs to you, Creative Duelist. And that's it for this video, guys. So don't forget to like this video, share, subscribe, and post your comments in the comment section below, and tell me what you think about this Yu-Gi-Oh! Guest Up Below, as well as my Lightsworn deck profile. And also, guys, if you want to check out my channel, the Domingo Hero Network YouTube channel, you can check it out, because I also do Yu-Gi-Oh! Videos, and I also do some non-Yu-Gi-Oh! Videos like video games review, reaction videos, and other stuff as well. And that's it for this video, guys. So this is Domingo Hero Network. Take care. Have a good day. Goodbye, everyone. Be safe out there. God bless all you guys. And Domingo Hero Network is signing out. Peace.